What's up, guys? Stefan, S&E's Garage. We're going to be doing something here that I swore I would never do. Alright guys, so for those of you that have been watching with this build, you'll know that we went ahead, we did our valve cover gaskets, we did our ignition system, we put a transmission in it, we did a thermostat and gasket, we did the rear main seal, and we did the upper oil pan seal. And from what I could tell at the time, everything was sealed up nice. Fast forward to earlier this week, I looked under the Jeep and I found some coolant back by the transmission. I said, wow, that's weird. So I got under it, I looked up, and it's following the side of the engine all the way down and dripping down at the lowest point. So we pressure tested it, and we found our leak to be right under here, where the front timing cover here meets the engine block. So this timing case, this front timing cover is going to have to come out. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is order the parts. Now here's the thing. I don't have the time to do this. Wow, I'm zoomed way in. I don't have the time to do this right now. We just went ahead and ordered a new garage for the yard. It's a 14 by 24. It's going to go right here. So I'm in a position where I need to band-aid this for the time being until I can, down it for a little while. I still want to be able to use this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to order the front cover seals. I'm going to order a timing kit. Probably order a water pump and seals because the water pump's going to have to come out to do that. But for the time being, we're going to put stop leak in it and see what happens. Now, I've done a ton of research here, and this stop leak here made by AC DELCO is actually a GM part. It's got a GM part number, and they used to put these in all of the Cadillac North Stars because apparently they were, known for coolant leaks. From the reading I've done, this will not clog heater cores, this will not clog radiators, and it actually works pretty well, again, from the reading that I've done. So we're going to try it. On the back here, it says to use 1 to 1.5 grams of sealant per quart of coolant, and each one of these tablets is 4 grams. Now this Jeep holds 13 quarts of coolant. So we're going to go ahead and use 4 out of the 5 tablets. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to open this up, and we are going to put them in this plastic bag and crush them, turn them into a powder, and then we're going to open the radiator cap and dump them in. Alright guys, so like I said, this goes against every fiber of my being, but we're going to try it. When I finally get around to doing the repair, I'll have the water pump off, I'll have the radiator hoses off, and at that point I'll be able to flush the radiator, I'll be able to flush the heater core. That way, if any of this stuff does clog anything, I'll be able to take care of it. So what I did is I went ahead and I crushed these up with a dead blow hammer, and then I cut the tip of this plastic bag off. So now we're going to go ahead and open our radiator cap. Again, engine is cold. Always do stuff like this on a cold engine. Okay, and we are just going to, this is the point of no return here. We're just going to go ahead and start putting this stuff in. Go ahead and force it down in there. And just going to keep doing that until this is empty. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and used my fingers here and just kind of pushed this stuff down into the radiator. It does make the coolant look a little bit like rusty. So I don't know how I feel about it yet. But what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're going to put our radiator cap back on. We're just going to clean off the sealing surfaces here really quickly, make sure they're nice and clean. Then we're going to start it up and let it run until the thermostat opens and let this stuff work its way around the cooling system. Alright guys, we got her running. Just going to go ahead and let her run for a little while, let this stuff circulate. And I'm not going to update this video for a couple days because I don't want to jump the gun here, but we'll see if it helps stop our leak for the time being until we can go ahead and repair this correctly. It is worth mentioning, I am not looking to make this a permanent repair. This is simply a band-aid to try to get me by until I actually have time to go ahead and fix this, because I have spent a lot of time on this Jeep in the past couple of months, and some of my other projects are, you know, starting to need some time. We do have to go ahead and get this boat ready by Memorial Day, so that is next, along with prepping for the garage. So let's hope this will, you know, band-aid us for a little while, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, so what we went ahead and did here, this thing's been running for a little while. I went ahead and topped off the overflow here for the coolant. So we're just gonna make a mark with a magic marker exactly where this is. So we're right here at the tip of the A for max. So we're right there. So what we're gonna do is drive this thing around for a couple of days, and we'll see if that coolant level drops. We just have to make sure that we check it with the engine warm. Let's go ahead, take it for a quick ride around the block, see if we can let this stuff circulate and marinate a little bit more. I'm not sure if my thermostat is open yet. This is hot, this is not, so we do not have the thermostat open yet, so we don't even have this stuff really flowing through the system yet. So let's let it idle till the thermostat opens, take it for a ride, and then see where we're at in a couple days. All right, guys, so we've been driving this thing around for about a week. I did just want to show you that coolant level has not budged from the little mark that we made here. Right there, you'll see it. It's actually a little bit higher than that right now because, you know, I drove it and it expanded a little bit more. And I just want to show you that down where our leak was is completely dry. So I'm a little flabbergasted here, but those coolant sealing tabs actually worked. Now I'm not going to do this front cover until it starts leaking again, so we'll see how long this lasts. At 270,000 miles, I'm just a little hard pressed to really go into this engine, because it realistically could fail at any time, and I'd rather put those gaskets and the timing set that I have into a newer or new engine. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep driving it the way it is. We have done a couple more things to this Jeep in the past week that we're going to be doing some videos on a little bit later on, so stay tuned if you're interested in this project. And we're almost done. It's almost completely sorted out. My boy up there, Maverick, absolutely loves this thing, so at this point it's going to get whatever it needs. So please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.